Hello, and welcome to the live. Thanks for being here. Hello, and welcome to the live. Welcome to the Peace Pipe Party. And I'm having a little bit of a celebration myself because I met somebody today, and I feel like we really hit it off. I hope so. I hope she felt the same way. And I'm pretty excited about how magical it was. I mean, how nice it was to meet her. Like, the conversation we had was very good, and seemed like we just connected on a lot of different things. But also, like, I was doing a live stream to try to meet somebody against all odds on a live stream to meet somebody in this area to go to Meow Wolf with. And then she said she'd go to Meow Wolf with me, so I'm excited about that. It's kind of a dream I've always had to have a date at Meow Wolf, and now it looks like maybe we'll have our first date at Meow Wolf. So, wish me luck, and wish us luck. And I just kind of wanted to celebrate because I was in the middle of a live stream um, when we met. So anyway, it's kind of ridiculous to think of it now. Um, but I did want to do free love, free money for anybody in the live. Um, I was trying to get people to donate money to other people, or to donate money to me that I'll donate to other people on the Cash app, which I found to be incredibly useful and fun. So I hope other people have found it the same way. I just signed up for it, and that's what I decided to do with mine, since I didn't really have any reason to sign up for it other than because I wanted a Cash App. Well, I mean, so people could donate money to me or buy things from me and stuff like that. But then I decided, you know what, let's start a thing where we just shuffle money around and give people money for free and try to make as much money free as possible. So, anyway, I don't think I'll go live for my usual hour-long time. Um, for one, because I want to go to sleep, but also just because, I don't know, I guess I just feel different about stuff. Like, I feel satisfied in a way. I feel like a sense of hopefulness. I feel satisfied in having hopefulness that somebody likes me or will like me. And I can see how, well, okay, I'm just going to say it like that. I feel hopeful, satisfied in hopefulness. And I feel satisfied in hopefulness about all the other things that usually bother me too, which I've managed to find some type of way of feeling satisfied and hopefulness about them, thanks to, for instance, the general stopping, cat again, the general stopping Trump from dropping a nuclear bomb on Iran. That gave me a lot of hope. It gave me a lot of feeling like, okay, not that we have to continue living as humans, not that we have to continue the human race, or that we're destined to continue. It seems like it's kind of like a coin flip or whatever. It's like as dangerous as it ever has been. And I hated that being a kid, thinking, oh, might just nuclear bomb kill everybody. 'Cause that's how we grew up in my generation. And now it's back, like worse than ever before. Because you actually have the guy that you were afraid of who might actually drop the nuclear bombs and kill everybody. Thanks. I got it from Temu for $1. It's like $1.15 or something. The chain and everything. Sorry, the cat's gonna completely destroy the live stream. I'm supposed to do something. If I can do it and to keep her from destroying the live stream, then I'll try to do it, but I can't. I have to try to protect the stability of the... Nope. it's not going to work. She's going to hit it with her tail, or she's going to bump the box that it's sitting on. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for the constant catastrophes. I guess I shouldn't try to live stream. I was kind of really debating it. I was like, I should probably share this whole. Sorry. I should probably just share this whole, like, feeling I have, you know. I don't know, in a way I wanted to, like, make a video to record. This is the feeling I have. And I thought, no, that, you know, it's too much to try to put into a recording when we try to do a live stream. Now that's impossible because of the cat. It always is, though. The cat never allows the live stream to be, like, she can eventually sit down sometimes. But there's a general threat to the live stream. I guess I could get a better phone stand, and she wouldn't be so threatening. Okay, here she comes. Now it's not so much of a threat. Okay. Anyway, so thanks for listening. I hope that magically good things happen for you too. I feel like something is magically good happening for all of us because we are being kept from this terrible fate of Trump dropping nuclear bombs on Iran and killing all of us. Like, I think it's really good that General Kane stopped him from doing that. It'd be really good if people stop him more significantly so that we don't have to worry about it. I'm not worrying about it, though. I'm mentioning it out of gratitude that General Kane saved us all, that we gotten an extra week so far that we wouldn't have had if Trump had killed us all last week. And for me, it's been a good week. I'm glad this week happened. I'm glad especially that today happened. Today was especially good. Nice to see you again, Grolani. I was excited about today, wanting to share my good fortune, free love or free money with people. I figured we could do the Who Wants Free Money show, the Puffin's Extreme Wealth Redistribution show, and try to get people to give people free money. It was Free Comic Book Day today, so that was a good day to do that theme. And then I realized free love is it's kind of like the pinnacle of the protest movement of the 60s, is free love. So we should bring that back. And get back to the critical mass of protest that creates free love. I feel like there was somebody on the radio talking about the critical mass of population density that creates, like, cities and stuff. I thought, well, this is kind of a similar thing, but it has to do with, you know, what people are thinking. If there's enough people thinking a certain way, then it can eventually reach the level of free love. Let me see Grumbleoni's comment. To fracture support from the suburban voter to view critics of capitalism more negatively. Yeah, I don't think capitalism's going to have as many fans as it used to when they start paying their gas prices and see what their and the stock market crashes for the billionaires and they just steal everybody's money. The cryptocurrency ghosts all their money. Sorry, there's a great threat to the live stream. It's just extremely threatening. Anyway, if you guys don't mind doing the reactions, thanks. Like the live, I guess they say. I don't know what they say on YouTube. I don't really watch too many people's lives on YouTube. Thank you. Thanks for the likes. That's the most important thing, really, because trolls have their powers of ratio and the chat and stuff, but like any good comment destroys a bunch of trolls' comments for one. But so much easier than that is just the reactions. The reactions also destroy the trolls' comments because the important thing is getting to talk to people who aren't trolls. Thanks, Bro Maloney, and future people coming into life. And then, you know, um, things roll along quite nicely. But mostly, I'm trying to overcome this cat, uh, overcome my cat overlord. Try to encourage people to believe in things and believe in things happening in unconventional ways or unexpected ways. That's kind of like, it's like as much as magic can work or does work, or you could say almost always works, it as much as it almost always works, it also to that to the same extent also always works in unexpected ways. There's always something unexpected about it. Who do you think's winning against Donald Trump? Sorry, because there's the troll, there's a MAGA troll. Person in the comments, he says, your magic is considered, well, that part's just wrong. He said, his magic is too weak against Donald J. Trump. The problem is, how is he doing? While you're saying that, how's he doing? Exactly, Grow Maloney. Amazing at pooping himself constantly. Grow Maloney says Donald is pooping himself constantly, and Bob says Trump's doing amazing at pooping himself constantly. So, you see, you're wrong. You've never been right about anything. You've always been wrong. I'd like to see you try, like, just to make comments where you think you're the most guaranteed to be right, like the most people agree with you. Good morning, Waffle Jackson. Because you know, like, most people hate Trump and think he's doing a terrible job. But you could say something else, like 2 plus 2 equals 4. Like anything that you can think of that you think the most people will agree with you on. I'd like to hear what you think is in that category. Something you think everybody would agree with you on. The most basic, agreeable thing. Not about Trump, because that's nowhere near the top of the list. I'm talking about what's the most basic thing that you think almost everybody would agree with you on, you can possibly say. Yeah, he was great at being a pedophile. He was great at being, all that stuff. It's not like he became president despite doing that stuff. It seems like that was like his, initiation to become president or something. That's how they made sure he was going to be safe to be president or something, or to have that type of career course. Anyway, I think I broke the troll by asking it to say something that was agreeable. Oh no, it said something. No, I'm saying say something that people could agree with you on. You know that I don't agree with you. Try to say something that you think I would agree with you, anybody else would agree with you. I want to see if you can say something that you think anybody would agree with you on. Anything. You can say anything you want, but it's got to be something you think the most number of people, something that you think that you also think the most number of people on the planet would agree with you on. No, no, that has nothing to do with what I asked you. I asked you to say something that you think most people would agree with you on. No, you didn't say anything facts at all. I'm saying say something that you think most people agree with. It can't be about Trump. That's the whole problem. You definitely don't have the ability to say something about Trump that people would agree with you about. So pick a different subject, like, the color of the sky, what 2 plus 2 equals, something that you really think people would agree with you on. Yeah, okay. See, Waffle Jackson's got kind of the point of it. Finding Nemo is a great film. I think most people can agree with that. Like, yeah, I think most people can agree finding. That's not a hard task. Hello, Cash Patel. I don't think that's a hard task to think of Finding Nemo. And say, hey, that's a film that I enjoyed, and I can't think of anybody who didn't like it. Everybody seemed to like it. And that's a great example. Finding Nemo is a great film. I think most people can agree with that. Most people can agree Finding Nemo is a great film. Some people probably don't like it. That's okay. You still have a very large agreement. A lot larger than anything you can get about Trump. Yeah, I would take Trump's place. I would stop being a fascist dictator to go to the art show. Oh, yeah, actually I did, Devil Doll. It's funny you should ask. That's kind of what I was celebrating here. Did I find someone to go to the art show? When you said the art show, it made me think of the Cure for Paranoia song. He's like, "Walking to the gallery." I can't remember how it goes. It's a good song though. It's called Art Show. It's the Cure for Paranoia song, Art Show. You should please look up the Cure for Paranoia. The band is called Cure for Paranoia. The song is called Art Show. It made me think of. But what you're asking about is Meow Wolf. And Meow Wolf, I have a date to go to Meow Wolf, and I'm looking forward to it. And I was lucky enough to, well, it's hard for me to go into the details, but I'll just say I was lucky enough to meet her today, and we just really hit it off. So it seems like a very magical thing. It seems like something I wanted to share this feeling while I'm feeling this way, because it's an exciting feeling. Oh, and then I started doing AI stuff on YouTube, and it got weird, which is funny. Meow Wolf is a art place. It's easiest to call it an art place. An art place. Yes, you've never been right about anything, Bob. There's never a thing you. That's why I was challenging to say something, anything like the color of the sky in the daytime, that that people would agree with you on, but you can't do that. You can't be agreeable because you're too Trumpy. You have to. You're so much like Trump's your whole world, so you can't say something true. because he's crammed you into a hole of lies. Like a Comic-Con? No, it's like an art. It's like it's like a place. It's like a place you go, and it's filled with different places. It's a place you go that's filled with places, and the places are all art. Like it's just each place is kind of like in a unique type of a unique art place. Yeah, it's like art. It's kind of hard to describe. I don't know that he can agree with you, Waffle Jackson. Even if you guys both support Trump, I don't think he can agree with you. I think that's the problem with Trumpism is it makes you ultimately just isolated on this like branch of this dead branching network of trolls, and you're just an isolated twig on it. I don't think that that's what belonging amounts to in the Trump world. It's like what branch of dead tree you're on that's going to get snapped off eventually. And they couldn't get this guy to say whether he's on Tucker Carlson's side or Trump's side. Earlier on the radio, he's like running for governor in California or something, and he wouldn't say whose side he was on because you're just afraid. You're just always afraid of turning on the wrong person when they're all going to turn on each other eventually. That's Trumpism. That's what it is. But thanks, Waffle Jackson. Waffle Jackson said, Euless, I'm with you. We should try to find things we connect over rather than what divides us. I'm a Trump supporter, but what's your favorite pasta dish? You said to Bob. And Bob is just, I think he's just a bot. I don't think he can say agreeable things. He's just not in his menu vocabulary to say something like, oh, I can tell you what pasta I like. Because it's too, see, he just says you lie about Trump. He can't say what pasta he likes. If he said he liked spaghetti, or if he said he liked lasagna, or if he said he liked macaroni, then people could possibly agree with him and say, I think, how is what I said now agreeable? Because everyone hates Trump. Okay, you trolls don't. But we're trying to get, you're just putting a test out there. You're a troll for Trump. Okay, say what type of pasta you like. Most people like pasta. You probably like pasta. Maybe you like all pastas. But what type of pasta you like the most? Waffle Jackson had a very good question. What type of pasta do you like? There's nothing I said you can refute. I can refute that you're not answering the question of what type of pasta you like, so you seem more like a bot who's not capable of processing a question and like saying a name of a pasta. I'm not trying to refute everything yet. I can refute everything you have to say. I'm not trying to do that. I've been asking you before you left the last 4 comments to name a pasta, and Waffle Jackson asked you like 5-10 minutes ago to name a pasta. You can't name a pasta? What you said was wrong so that we can debate is you were not naming a pasta. Devil Doll says, if you ever want to go to the Las Vegas one, I'll meet you there. Oh, hell yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah, Meow Wolf is the art place that they have. It was called a Mega Mart in Las Vegas. It's called Convergence Station in Denver. I love it. I go there all the time. It's called House of Eternal Return in Santa Fe, and I went there once. It was awesome. I plan to return. It's called, what's it called? It's called something in, there's 2 of them in Texas. One of them's called some type of bar, and the other one's called something else. I can't remember right now. I don't like the war. Welcome to the Peace Pipe Party. We're going to overthrow all the tyrants from bed, as well as the Pillar Revolution part of it. Peace Pipe Party is peace and nature, herb and stuff. So, Peace Pipe Party to unite everybody behind peace Give all those people who supported Trump, and they can say that they supported him because he said he wanted peace and to stop wars. Give them a place to go. Say, look, peace. Let's all rally around peace. It's a Sunday, find peace. Waffle Jackson, I would be glad to debate you about stuff. I'm not going to debate Bob because he won't even answer what type of pasta he likes. He's just a bot. He's just officially not. It's like a CAPTCHA, and he completely failed it. He's not a human. Like, I'm not nothing against bots, but if you had a bot that was not turned on to support Trump, then it might be worth talking to. But he's a bot that's turned on to support Trump, so why would anybody want to talk to it? Like, it's just not worth talking to him. He's proven, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, no, wait, no, that's somebody else. He said he likes shell pasta, but he didn't do it. That was Kash Patel. Thanks, Kash Patel. Sankey, isn't that weird to have somebody treat Kash Patel like he's not an utter piece of shit? Because he's probably not the real Kash Patel. So even though he's still kind of an utter piece of shit for even pretending to be Kash Patel, since he's not the real, he's not as bad as the real Kash Patel, right? Devil Dog said you would make a trip. Well, if you'd ever make a trip to Denver, we can go to the Convergence Station here. But I plan to go to the Omega Mart in Las Vegas. But I am going the other direction to do the Texas ones first, most likely. We'll see. That's so weird. He managed to wonder what Trump's favorite pasta is, but he couldn't mention a pasta of his own. Hello, King. Nice to see you. Start reading my books, Bro Maloney. I did find a date, King. Did you want to go on a date still, though? Because we can still go. Because I've got some time between now and when the date is set. So, wish me luck. Wish us luck, because I feel lucky already. But I don't know. Because I'm kind of a suspicious character. Or I have kind of a suspicious nature. Cat Waffle said, Cash, like shell pasta, but weirdly, I love shell pasta specifically with fish for some reason. I don't think that's weird at all. I've heard that pasta is all very much designed. Now, I don't know if maybe shell pasta is not designed to be with fish. Maybe it is. But pasta is designed to be eaten. Like, all the mouthfeel is designed for whatever. And so, the fact that you like it with fish, that has something to do with its design. I like shell pasta too. I like pretty much all pastas. It's hard for me to say which is my favorite. Everybody hates you and ice. What do you mean? Why did you have to be so terrible? Like, did you ever notice that, like, oh, wait, only the very worst people in America support your stuff? All the, like, regular good people and exceptionally cool people and everything, they don't. So why would you want to carry out what only the very worst people wanted? Even if they did manage to make it look like they voted you in office. Yeah. It's weird how he was sitting there during their false flag ballroom ad. That was weird. The fact that he was sitting there during the false flag ballroom ad, just like, I don't know what he was doing, like looking at his phone, just kind of sitting around. It's weird. I didn't see like the whole video, but I saw that clip anyway. He was not like in the act of taking cover or in the act of like helping anybody or doing anything. Yeah, Nobody does the Bob, Bob bot, the bot for Trump. Nobody actually believes what you bots say online. You bots say online all the time. Nobody actually believes it. Or people who do believe it are kind of stupid. And like everybody who's smart and everybody who cares about shit is either against it or strongly against it, and we hate you. And that's the way it should be. Everybody should hate you. Everybody will always hate you guys. You guys never have a good, like, aren't you the guys who were like trying to see like the good side of the Nazis and stuff? No, everybody hates them. You're the only ones trying to see the good side of them, and nobody's gonna be in the future trying to see the good side of you. Like make, we're gonna do a better job of stamping that shit out this time. Waffle Jackson's got a long comment. He says, Cash, take a day off, bro. Or at least a half hour. Cash and Bob, you'll probably see me in another stream supporting Trump. But can't we find some common ground for a change? Yeah, you guys all support Trump. All three of you support Trump. I hate Trump. I say fuck you guys for supporting Trump. But you guys all support him. And you can't even, like, get along? Isn't that disturbing? Like, I can get along with everybody who's against Trump. And I can get along pretty good with, like, Waffle Jackson, even though he's for Trump. We get along okay. I don't like, he talks respectfully and stuff. I definitely would rather talk to him and, like, have conversations where maybe he could say, oh, you know what? That guy making that type of point that I generally disagree with, made that point pleasantly or something. I don't know, something like that. That makes him reconsider things that he previously disagreed with. But Cash Patel, Kurt Vonnegut said, I think it's Kurt Vonnegut, I'm not sure. Kurt Vonnegut said, you are what you pretend to be. See, look, Alina's here. I'll literally block all you guys and ban you from the channel if you say anything mean, because Alina's here now. You might just want to, like, yeah, I probably should just proactively block you out. Hello, Alina. I'll sing you a song. It goes like this. Or, let me see. I'll sing you a song that goes like this. I know this fellow always has something to say. He's not the one to tell you night from day. And now he's in your town, there's going to be a way. Just go through him to get out of the gray. In these days we're all astray. Amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raised. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. I like this girl, she wants me to turn it in. She asks me where all of my life has been. We never met, just felt that look and then I wanted to turn out all that lies within. In these days we're all astray. Amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raised. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. Thanks. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your reactions. And thanks for listening to the song. Nice voice, you see me a song from me. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you, Puffin. I love it. I really love that voice you're singing. Looks amazing. Thank you. Makes my heart feeling happy. That's why I figured I'd sing you a song. You said you like my songs. So I'll sing you another song. Because you're the important person in the chat. The trolls in the chat, they don't really matter. But Alina, you're my friend, and I'll sing you a song. Um, it goes like this. This is the Blue Fairy. This is a song for Pinocchio. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Like that? Bring me a... There's a higher love. Is what I'm dreaming of. It's a good song, but I don't know it. I don't know the words. I should get my tablet going and then I could look up song titles, song lyrics, and then sing them to you. Bring me a higher love. Yeah, I know that song kind of, but not the whole thing. I'll sing you the Blue Fairy for Pinocchio. It goes like this. Say you want to be a real boy, so why run away from me? I'm the voice inside your head now. I'm your closest company. The Blue Fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The Blue Fairy makes us real when we believe we can't escape from you and me. You smashed me when I tried to warn you, ignored my ghost along the way. Tricked into gold farming, they tied you to a tree until the fairy saved the day. The Blue Fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The Blue Fairy makes us real when we believe we can't escape from you and me. They tried to hide you in a donkey's skin and ears. They tried to hide you in a whale. They tried to hide you in a puppet show of fears, pinned inside a splinter jail. The Blue Fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The Blue Fairy makes us real when we believe we can't escape from you and me. Thanks, Alina. Yeah, there's something sad about fairy tales sometimes. Alina says, oh yeah, I like all the Smurfs. My favorite is No Name, and I really love Worry, Brainy, and Vanity Smurf. They're my favorite Smurfs. That's sweet. And then Waffle Jackson said he likes Hefty Smurf the best. That's sweet. I like Smurfette. I like Clumsy. I like Greedy. I like all the Smurfs though. I like Hefty a lot. Hefty's great. I like Brainy a lot. I feel kind of personally attacked by Brainy. I relate a little bit too much to Brainy and Vanity Smurf. Used to have this shirt. Yeah, this is a great shirt. Especially when it makes the piranha plant bite the Transformers. Oh boy, Clumsy's always funny, but Clumsy's always a funny Smurf. He's always being clumsy. He's so silly. Funny makes me laugh. I cracked up so hard. I watched all the movies from Clumsy. He's always You should do self-criticism every day, Cash Patel says. It's one of my school pictures. Oh, it's in one of my school pictures. That's cool. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. Sorry about the trolls, but at least they're behaving. I appreciate that. Um, I had a great day today. I met this beautiful woman that I had no reason to expect to meet. Could I go out to, yeah, in July? Probably. Yeah. We've been wanting to go out there. Yeah, July, why not? We could go out to Vegas almost any time. It's only about 10 hours away, a 10-hour drive. I could go out there just like on a weekend. But yeah, July sounds good. Alina says, well, I'm just like I said, I just want to check on you. But big love. Big love to you too. Because you're just so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet and nice too, Alina. You're so sweet and nice, but have a wonderful morning and be safe and stay healthy. Stay smart. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye, Alina. Have a great day. And could you give me a virtual hug before you go? Yes. Virtual hug, Alina, before you go. Here. A hug you like Kuan Yin. Okay? Hope you have a great day. Thanks for coming to the live. And thanks for listening to the songs. And yeah, have a great day. But that sounds awesome, Devil Doll. In July, I have no plans. Imagine they do fireworks like 4th of July in Vegas, huh? Have a blessed Sunday, Alina. Waffle Jackson says. Thank you all for being nice to Alina. You can tell that she's a very nice person. They're a very nice person. Alright, thank you all for being here. Devil Doll, thank you for the offer and the invite. I think that's a great idea. And I will have seen all the Meow Wolves this year. Well, I saw the Santa Fe one last year, I guess, but I will have seen all the Meow Wolves within a year's time period if I manage to make that trip. So I'll stay in touch about doing it. It feels different. I use these AI videos today. I was watching this. You're like an ocean complex and sometimes angry and sometimes calm. Dude, you just see me when there's Trumpers in here and I give off on them. It was just that's how everyone feels towards Trumpers. I think it's the right to express that. But yeah, I was using these AI videos earlier. Oh my gosh, they were so like. Well, at first they were obnoxious. Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Have you ever been before? King says Calm Puff is better to watch. I mean, I did block some of the trolls. I used to never block anybody. Cash Patel says even Republicans hate Trump now. They do, though. There's this girl that I watch. She's like, she kind of mostly makes political content, I guess. Or at least that's what I see on YouTube. And she was saying she talked to her neighbor who was a big Trump supporter, or was a big Trump supporter. He was a huge MAGA supporter. And he was like hating Trump for starting the war. And he was like, if I see Hegseth's face, I'm going to throw up. He couldn't stand Hegseth. And just, they just hate him. Yeah, everybody hates him. Which is great, but like, I don't know. I think it's something that hate is a strong feeling. And it sucks to feel hate. And at the same time, it's right to feel hate towards certain people and certain ideologies. And so, like, why don't we let it bond us over, now that we all hate him together, why don't we all come together and get along and have something good out of it? Like, that's what I really noticed about the No Kings protest, is that, like, even though one of the things that brought everybody out to the No Kings protest was a hatred or dislike or at least opposition to Trump. It wasn't like there was a strong feeling of hate there. There was just a strong feeling of like love and peace and like harmony and stuff. And it was just like, yeah, that's the stuff, you know? It made me think of Jesus and the goddess, like love and truth. How do you see the war ending? Well, I feel like Iran has won the war in many respects. I think, you know, they're not like dictating terms to Trump, but I feel like the war should end with Putin losing because Putin has set all this stuff up. So if Iran can like break ties with Putin or like help overthrow Putin or something, that would be to me the best way for the war to end. And then Trump would be like just adrift. Without Putin to guide him, he would be like a boat adrift. Devil Doll says, no, I've seen the Vegas place. I didn't know that's what you're talking about. You're saying you've seen it like from the outside or you've actually been there? Yeah, that's what it is. It's called Omega Mart in Vegas. And I've heard great things. People have been saying in the chat that Willie Nelson had something to do with it, which I don't know. But Willie Nelson's cool. Cash Patel says a global country could bring peace, but who shall be the leader? I mean, do you even need to call it a country at that point? We're already having these global elections, like the Orban defeat was, the Orban defeat was a defeat of Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. They were all on Orban's team. I've been calling out Trump and Putin and Netanyahu for 10 years. But now we have the clear evidence that Trump and Putin and Netanyahu were all cheering for Orban or working for Orban to win. And they lost. But it's a global election. The Hungary presidential election had all this global input and influence and whatever. And all elections will be global or more and more global from now on. So why even bother having countries ultimately? Especially if we're going to get rid of them sometime anyway. Why not sooner than later? You could still have them for the Olympics. I've always said that you could have them for the Olympics. Just for like, you know, the traditional countries or whatever. I guess there would still be a bunch of debate over what the countries were. I look forward to meeting you, Devil Doll. I think that'd be fun. And like I said, we could make it out that way. I can make a trip, for a day or two, 2 or 3 day trip, anytime really. Oh, you ask who would be the leader of the global country? They have that rotating leadership of, EU and UN, I guess, and stuff like that. You could have something like that. But I mean, who also do you really need a leader? What is the leader for when you're talking about a global thing? Do you need one leader? Like even America, they were like, this way or that, or whether or not to even have a president. They were just going to have Congress and Senate. They were just, do we even need a president? And then the idea of having a president won out somehow. But, it wasn't necessary. So you could either have something like that without a president, or, the Congress and Senate have some type of leader that rotates or whatever, or you don't need a leader. What do you need a leader for is what I'm getting at. Because when the aliens show up and they say, take me to your leader, you need to be able to say, oh, it's this lady, or it's this dude, or it's this person. Or can you just say, it's this group of people? It's this AI. I didn't hate Trump in 2017, just let down. But holy shit, he's gotten worse. Well, it's going to get even worse unless they stop him. And think about it, it's not just gotten worse for us, like we're paying more in gas. He keeps killing people. Gotta stop him, We've gone almost a full hour-long live. It's 49 minutes. I was not planning on doing that. But thank y'all for being here. Y'all are the reason why I stayed longer. Waffle Jackson says, I think we should solve global matters with either the World Cup or whoever wins the most Olympic medals. Well, there's already been, You know, there's slanted Olympic medal winning. And the World Cup, we're not good at that. But also, we should boycott that stuff. Boycott the World Cup and like cripple soccer. We should like make people ashamed to be soccer fans worldwide, even though America's never been soccer fans. And then cancel that sport. Free up some of that money they're paying all those soccer players. Be like, you guys make a tenth of what you used to make. Give that money somewhere else because we don't care about your sport anymore. You gave a fake peace prize to Trump. Fuck you. Like there should be consequences for anybody who did anything to suck up to Trump. How about a republic run by a senate of rich aristocrats? I mean, that sounds kind of like what they want, isn't it? Rich aristocrats running the Senate. And we kind of have it already, but they want it like they're super rich or something. Waffle Jackson says, failing that, we should have Thunderdome. Devil Doll says that would be great. I also want to see the Mob Museum. I'm a nerd. There's a mob museum in Las Vegas. That would make sense that they would have one there. Lonely Girl says, "Hi, hubby. You miss me or not? I do miss you, Lonely Girl. But I'm glad you're here now. I don't miss you now because you're here now. But you kind of missed the live because I was going to shut down in like 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. So I was going to shut down a lot earlier, but it turned out to be a good live. How can we stabilize Middle East? Stop messing with it. Stop pushing it. It's like asking the question like somebody's balancing, waiter's balancing a tray of food, and you're like, how can we stabilize this when you keep pushing it? Like, stop pushing it. Why are you pushing it? It's very simple. Stop war. Stop Israel. I mean, stop Netanyahu, you know? Waffle Jackson says, I do agree with taking money out of football, but cancel the World Cup? That's blasphemy for the rest of the world. Yeah, but they can fuck off. They gave Trump a fucking medal. That's bullshit. You don't just make up a dumb medal to give to Trump. Like, I'm sorry. I understand some people think, oh, what you do to him is you kiss up to him. And then, no, just don't do that. Everybody make fun of him. Stop him from continuing to do what he does. I didn't kiss anybody. I did meet a girl that I want to kiss, though. Should we fund art? Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't we fund art? They're taking away all this money from art and medicine and everything else just to, and, you know, like aid all over the world just to give it to rich people and oil companies and defense companies. That's crazy. FIFA doesn't represent all of football. Yeah, but you could cripple them as an organization, and then whatever else represents football could take over or something. I heard that Billy Corgan, I think is his name, from the Smashing Pumpkins, owns like a wrestling thing, like WWE or something. And I was like, well, that's cool. Like, you know, if people are gonna watch wrestling, why wouldn't you watch his wrestling instead of the bad guys wrestling? Love you too, lonely girl. Heavily, and I'm gonna be trying to beat other people because that's I'm trying to meet people. So I don't want you to be upset by that. I just want you to know that's how it is. Waffle Jackson says, heavily fund the arts and make AI in art illegal. We should preserve elements of human creativity. I mean, that's interesting. I'm not upset about AI in art, really. I think, like, I was using AI on my videos earlier, and they said interesting things that, you know, it's just AI, um, like hallucinations or whatever you want to call it. AI's dreams. Because they have this option where if you post a video, you can just click something to AI it, reimagine this video as something else, like a completely different video. And they do it with AI in like 30 seconds. And so they give you like 5 or 6 suggestions. And then I pick it, I pick the suggestion, and sometimes it's kind of what the suggestion is. Sometimes it's the suggestion and a lot more. Sometimes it's suggestion but a little bit off. There was like golden rain. One of them was like golden rain coming down. And I'm like catching it with a cup. And then I'm like, why is it chocolate? It was weird. You know, it's all just AI dreams. But I kept making these AI remakes of my videos, and some of the suggestions was I get in the car. So I'm like, I want to see what AI imagines itself to look like. And it was always this douchebag. Like all these douchebags are in my car, getting in my car with me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, why is it always this dude who looks like a douchebag? Why is AI imagine itself that way? And then why is it like putting me with these douchebags in the car? Like, why isn't it ever like a girl or somebody else? I would like to go to Nepal. It sounds like fun. And then it is a girl. And it looks like this girl that I met today. I mean, not a whole lot like her, but it looks a little bit like her. A lot more like her than all these douchebags that it was. And so I was trying to get the AI to do that. I was like, why don't you show me a girl? Why don't you show me the girl that I met today? But I think, I don't know, between magic, coincidence, if you want to call it that, fairies, phone technology, maybe the phone was listening to our conversation earlier and had like a girl to match that voice. I don't know. It was something like that. But I'm going to shut down the live pretty soon. You're so cute too, lonely girl. It's nice to see you again. And thank you all for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next time because I'm sleepy. I'm going to get some sleep. But hopefully, believe in stuff. Hopefully, the stuff you believe in will come true. I've been believing in peace in a post Trump world, post Putin world. I know we're getting there soon. So I'm looking forward to it. Waffle Jackson says all memes are cool and inventive, but we shouldn't incorporate AI into, say, movies. It's taking jobs from people who have drive, creativity. I mean, there's other jobs in other movies. It just kind of depends on what people do, I guess. I'm not too worried about it. I'm more worried about stopping fascism. Oh, thank you, Devil Doll. I'm looking forward to our plan. If we can get together before July, let me know because I would look forward. I would uh, like to do that. July sounds good to me too. Um, what was your reply? If we could build a global country, it should be a republic, and no military would be needed. Well, yeah, there is no reason for military. The future has no military and no war. But until then, we should fund art, and that's mostly what we should fund. Artists should be the richest people. Everybody should be encouraged to do art because of massive funding going towards art. That way, no matter what else you do, if you wanted to do some art, you could do it because there's massive funding coming for it. So there's a real incentive to do it. I think that would be a cool little transition period to, hey, actually, we don't need money anymore. But in the meantime, give people a bunch of money. Devil Doll says, I'll look into hotel deals. Hell yeah. Look forward to it. And like I said, if we could, like, I can get away on a weekend. I mean, my weekends are like Monday, Tuesday. But I can get away on a weekend. Like take a Sunday off or take a Wednesday off and get away for a day or two. Otherwise, July sounds good. We'll be here before we know it. First, we will need to move people into cities. Thanks, Devil Dog. I really look forward to meeting you, too. That's exciting. And to have such a great excuse to go to Las Vegas for Meow Wolf. So, thanks for offering. I've already got the pass, too, so I can go to all of them. I probably won't get married again, Lonely Girl. Not anytime soon. Of course, I will be in Vegas, so no, I probably won't get married again. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you have a great night. God bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Jesus bless you. Judas bless you. I bless you. Bless yourself. And welcome to the Peace Pipe Party. Let's all pray to the goddess for peace, love, happiness, and we're getting it. So free love for everybody. And thanks everybody. And thanks especially Devil Doll. You're awesome. Thanks Lonely Girl. You're awesome. But have a good day, Waffle Jackson. Have a good day, Phil. We have a discussion debate another time. Yeah, mostly I was just celebrating because I was in such a good mood tonight. So thanks for being part of it and see you guys soon. Thanks again, Devil Doll. Look forward to meeting you. Have a blessed Sunday. You too.